Have you ever noticed this? Your golden retriever doesn't move the same way they used to. They don't rush toward you anymore. They don't lean their full weight against you. They don't bump into things the way they once did. Instead, they move more carefully, more gently, almost as if they're thinking before every step. Most people assume that gentleness comes with age, that it's just part of getting older. But if you've lived with a golden retriever long enough, you know that explanation doesn't quite feel right. Because this kind of gentleness doesn't feel like weakness. It feels like awareness. I've shared my life with golden retrievers for many years, through louder seasons of life, and later, much quieter ones. And over time, I began to notice something that surprised me. My golden didn't become gentler because his body slowed down. He became gentler because I did. As my pace changed, his did too. As my movements became more careful, his softened. Not because I asked him to, not because I trained him to, but because he noticed. Golden retrievers pay attention to things we rarely think about. How we stand up, how we reach for things, how long we pause before moving. They notice the moments when we don't say anything, but something has clearly shifted, and slowly, without any signal, they adjust themselves. They step around you instead of past you. They lower their weight when they lean in. They approach with more care than before. That's when you realize this gentleness didn't come from age. It came from understanding, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Your golden retriever isn't just growing older, they're growing more attentive, more aware, more connected to the person you've become. Golden retrievers don't become gentle overnight. It happens slowly, almost invisibly, one small adjustment at a time. At first, you might not even notice it. They pause instead of pushing past you. They approach more carefully. They seem to think before moving. Nothing dramatic. But taken together, it tells a quiet story. Golden retrievers are incredibly observant dogs. They don't just watch what you do. They watch how you do it, how quickly you stand, how steady your hands are, how much space you need now compared to before. And they remember. When a golden is young, their world is simple. They move with enthusiasm. They love with their whole body. They don't yet understand limits. Not because they don't care, but because they haven't learned them yet. Over time, that changes. Not because their spirit fades, but because their awareness grows. I remember when my golden was younger. He would jump up the moment I entered a room, lean heavily against my legs, press close without hesitation. It was pure joy, unfiltered affection. Then gradually, things shifted. I didn't say anything, I didn't correct him, but my movement slowed. I took more time standing up. I paused more often. I guarded my balance without realizing it, and somehow, he noticed. Golden retrievers are especially sensitive to unspoken cues. They sense tension in your body. They feel hesitation before you even name it. And when they sense vulnerability, they respond with care. That's when their gentleness begins to show. They step around you instead of brushing past. They lower their weight when leaning in. They choose where to place themselves more thoughtfully. This isn't instinct alone, it's learning. Golden retrievers learn from repetition. They notice what causes discomfort, even when you never mention it. A small flinch, a sharper breath, a pause that lasts a second too long. They store those details. And slowly, they adjust. There's also an emotional side to this gentleness. Golden retrievers don't just change how they move, they change how they approach you. When they're young, they seek attention immediately. They nudge, they paw, they insist. They assume energy is always available, but as time passes, they learn your rhythms. They learn when touch is welcome, when quiet presence is better, when waiting shows more care than acting. I've seen my golden stop himself mid-movement, a pause before jumping onto the couch beside me, a moment of consideration. That pause matters. It means he's thinking about me, not just himself. Golden retrievers also become gentler because they grow emotionally secure. In the early years, they constantly check the bond. Are we okay? Are you still here? Do I still belong? As years pass, those questions fade. The bond becomes steady, trusted. And when a dog feels secure, they don't need to be loud. They don't need to prove affection. They don't need to demand closeness. They relax into gentleness. Another reason golden retrievers soften over time is because they mirror us. And as we age, we often soften too. We speak more quietly. We move more deliberately. We choose calm over chaos. Golden retrievers reflect that back to us. They slow when we slow. They quiet when we quiet, not out of obedience, out of alignment. I've noticed that when I stopped rushing through the day, my golden stopped rushing too. When I valued stillness, he embraced it. Golden retrievers don't fight change. They flow with it. There's also a sense of responsibility that develops, not in a trained way, in a relational one. They understand that their presence affects you, that their weight matters, that their movement matters, and they don't want to cause harm. That awareness deepens as the relationship matures. They learn where to stand, where to step, when to approach, and when to wait. I've watched my golden step around my legs carefully instead of cutting across, pause before lying down near me. These are choices. Golden retrievers also become gentler because they experience loss. Not always dramatic loss, but subtle changes, a quieter house, fewer visitors, a slower pace of life. They sense that some things can't be replaced, and they respond by being more careful with what remains. Gentleness becomes a way of preserving connection, of protecting what matters. As people over 55, many of us feel the world speeding past us, less patient, less gentle. Golden retrievers move in the opposite direction. They slow down with us, they soften, they don't ask us to keep up. They adjust to who we are now. Over time, that adjustment shapes them. Their affection becomes more refined, their energy more intentional, their presence steadier. Golden retrievers don't lose their love for life. They concentrate it into patience, into awareness, into gentleness. And when you notice it, really notice it, you realize something profound. Your golden retriever isn't becoming gentle because time passed. They're becoming gentle because they've been paying attention to you. Over time, you begin to understand that this gentleness isn't an accident. It isn't weakness. It isn't age taking something away. It's awareness. Your golden retriever has been watching you for years. They've noticed every small change, every pause, every moment when your body moved just a little differently than before. And instead of pulling away, they leaned in, with care. They didn't need you to explain anything. They didn't need instructions. They learned simply by being present. That's what makes this gentleness so meaningful. It's chosen. A golden retriever doesn't become gentle because they're tired of life. They become gentle because they've learned how much you matter, how their weight affects you, how their movements can comfort or overwhelm. And they choose comfort. As we grow older, the world doesn't always slow down with us, but our golden retrievers do. They don't rush us forward. They don't ask us to keep up. They adjust their pace to match ours. That kind of companionship is rare. A presence that adapts without complaint. A love that grows quieter instead of louder. If you've noticed your golden becoming softer over the years, moving more carefully, resting more thoughtfully, choosing calm over excitement, you're witnessing a bond that has matured. This channel exists to honor moments like that. The subtle changes that don't make noise, but mean everything. If this reflection felt familiar to you, you're welcome to let us know by giving the video a like. And if you'd like to continue spending time with stories like this, about golden retrievers and the way they grow alongside us, you're very welcome to subscribe to the channel. No pressure, no expectations. Just a calm place to return to whenever it feels right. Because sometimes the deepest love is the kind that learns to move more gently for the sake of someone else.